Hello YouTube, Kaitlyn here, and welcome to the second installment of iIMAGINEblanks Nerded Book Club, where today we're going to talk about the worst book that I have ever read! So I love to read, and I'm usually a very committed reader. Like, I won't stop reading a book, even if I don't really like it within the first 100 pages. I am going to give it the benefit of the doubt and keep going. And that is what I did with the book that I just finished called Bigfoot Strikes Again by Simon Okill. And even though I made it to the end, my brain felt like it was melting because it was awful. Now, with a name like Bigfoot Strikes Again, you're probably wondering, Kaitlyn, why did you read this book? And that, my friend, is because it had a very interesting premise. I'm going to read you the summary. Teen Dwayne Dexter thinks he has it all. Money, the heart of Big Beaver's women, hero worshipped by every kid in Big Beaver, and the elders have chosen him to be the guardian of the forest. The tall, blonde aliens known as the elders must protect their pets, Bigfoot. In so doing, they have chosen the Guardian to take on this massive task. Dwayne lets off steam by inflicting ludicrous pranks on the local Beaverites. To his dismay, a teenager with the same prankish ways disappears. It sounded kind of silly, but the idea that there were these aliens that put Bigfoot on the earth, and then there was this guy in this little town called Big Beaver, ha 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 ha. He's also a were-Bigfoot, you know, like a werewolf, but he turns into a Bigfoot, and I just thought that was hilarious. And on Goodreads it has 4.74 stars, and it has an 86% positive rating. And then there was a massive amount of positive reviews for it. A hilarious, raunchy farce. I bought this book on a whim because I heard it was great light entertainment and devoured it in a day. It turned out to be a real page-turner. This book took me weeks to read because I kept feeling like my brain was melting. I flipped through the pages enthusiastically. The novel is a must-read masterpiece of fiction and comedy. Masterpiece? Really? I don't think I ever laughed so much. Okill lays the story out for you beautifully. One of the problems that I had with this book was that information was frequently repeated and nothing really happened in the plot for long periods of time. Instead, you would jump from different characters' perspectives who were just thinking the same thing over and over again. Like the main character Dwayne would talk about how he only thought of Sheriff Lou as a sister, even though she was kind of hot. And then Sheriff Lou would be thinking about how she only thought of Dwayne as a little brother. And then you would go back to Dwayne and he would be thinking, ugh, Lou is really hot, but she's like a sister to me. And then back to Lou, who would think about, oh wow, he is kind of hot too, but he's a little brother to me. Oh my gosh, we get it! This review is probably the closest to what I felt about this story, even though this person is still positive. I don't really understand why though. Silly, stupid, sophomoric, and outrageously hilarious. If you're looking for an intelligent read, rest assured this ain't it. I would place this story in the same genre as Dumb and Dumber. It could also be considered an R-rated Scooby-Doo, and this is a compliment. And they gave it 5 stars. I think what bothered me the most was that I felt like I could have taken the basic premise and written a lot better story with it. All the characters were really dumb because you have this missing teenager and everyone is convinced that he's just making it up, even though the reader was pretty much introduced within the first 50 pages that he was actually kidnapped by a Bigfoot. And Dwayne, the main character, he actually sees the guy getting kidnapped, but he conveniently forgets about it because apparently since becoming a were-Bigfoot, he's just become kind of forgetful. Things just kind of go whoop. I don't remember that. That's a device that this story uses to spend the next 200 and some pages completely forgetting the fact that this kid is lost in the woods with a Bigfoot. The redeeming quality that I say it has would be that if you are a teenage boy, you would probably love this book. That's because there are so many fart jokes, it's not even funny anymore. Dwayne is the phantom Bigfoot bather, where he breaks into people's houses and then takes a bath while dressed as Bigfoot and gets like fur and gross smelling things everywhere and leaves a half-eaten pastry in the toilet. It's weird. So I can imagine that a teenage guy would probably find that pretty hilarious. But 24-year-old Kaitlyn is really regretting having read this book. So what do you think? What book have you read that you've absolutely regretted reading afterward? Tell me in the comments, and remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if this video made you smile. See you guys next Thursday. What do you think about Bigfoot Strikes Again, Grumpy Cat? If you hated it, then I loved it. Why are you so mean to me?